Hello guys, Alvaro Trigo here, the creator of fullPage, and I want to explain in this video how to create horizontal slides using Webflow together with fullPage. If you missed my previous video in which I explained how to use fullPage with Webflow, I'll provide you guys with a link in the description of this video so you can take a look at it before starting with this tutorial. We will start the tutorial with a very basic website made up of 3 different sections. It looks like this at the moment. So we want to add 3 different horizontal slides on the first section. To do so, we are going to click on the heading and we are going to delete it. Then we are going to add a div block. This div block will contain the class slide. This is important because fullPage uses internally the class slide by default to determine what is a horizontal slide. When using fullPage, we will always refer to the horizontal slides as slides and the vertical ones as sections. Then we set the width to 100% and the height to 100 VH. Then, inside of the slide, we add the heading. And we change the text to slide 1.1. Now we just have to copy the slide with Command-C in Mac or Control-C in Windows. And we paste it twice inside the first section. So now we have 3 different slides. You can see each of the slides in here, and each of them with a different heading. But as you can see, something weird is happening here. We have our 3 slides, but then they are all in the same section and they are not taking the full width. So to fix that now, we are going to click on the section and we are going to change the property display flex for display block. So now we can see the 3 slides taking the full width and they are separated vertically. They are still not looking great, but we are going to fix that later. Let's first change the name of the slides to slide 1.2 and slide 1.3. And let's also center the text vertically and horizontally for all the slides. You might feel tempted to do so by clicking on the slide and changing the display property to flex and then centering the text horizontally and vertically. But that might lead to some issues in the future, so we are going to do it in another way. So I will revert my changes on this slide and keep the display block as it was. And now we are going to add the wrapper around our headings. So to do so, I'm going to start by removing all our headings. And instead we are going to replace them with a div block that is going to be the wrapper for our slides content. Now we set the width to 100% and the height to 100%. And now inside of it we are going to add our content. In this case a heading, and this time the content is going to be centered as long as we click on our wrapper and we change the layout from display block to display flex, and then we change the properties alignment and justify to center. Notice, however, that we made the changes on our wrapper and not on the slide itself. So basically our section is a block element and our wrapper is a flex element. So now we are going to change the text to slide 1.1 and then we are going to improve the style a bit. We are going to change the size of the text and then we are also going to change the color. Now we just have to copy the wrapper and then we are going to paste it in our 2 other slides. So as you can see now, there's something weird going on in here. So let's go and fix that. We are going to click on our section. We look for the height and then we are going to change 100% for auto. You can see how we solved the problem and we have our 3 different slides displaying vertically within the same section. So now you can see we have slide 1.1, slide 1.2 and slide 1.3. So that's all. Now our slides are displaying vertically in the editor, but that won't be the case when we display the page in our preview mode. We can see how they display horizontally. So we have slide 1.1, slide 1.2 and slide 1.3. And underneath we can see the 2 normal sections, section 2 and section 3. Now, what if we want to go from the last slide to the first slide without passing through the slide on the middle? So moving from slide 1.3 to slide 1.1 without passing through slide 1.2. Well, fullPage provides in this case an extension you can use called Continuous Horizontal that allows you to do so. So if we want to make use of it, we have to first purchase it, and then we would go to our page settings and then to custom code. So here you can see a comment that I added that explains how to use an extension. You can find this project on the link that I provide on the description of this video as a use case that you can clone But basically, if you just want to use any full page extension, you just have to add another file before including full page. In this case, if we want to use the continuous horizontal extension, we would have to add the continuous horizontal file that you got on the purchase of the product. And you can use any other extensions as well, such as the scroll horizontally one. What this extension does is it allows you to scroll horizontally when you arrive into a section that has horizontal slides, using the mouse wheel or the trackpad. So basically, instead of scrolling vertically, it would scroll horizontally until you are done with the current slider. But the important thing here is when you want to add any extension, you have to add the extension file before using full page. And then you have to use the proper option in the full page initialization. So in this case, if we want to use the option continuous horizontal, then we would have to add the option continuous horizontal true and the option continuous horizontal key in order to add the key for our domain. Note that every time we want to add a new extension, we have to add at least 2 options per extension. So for example, if we want to add the extension scroll horizontally now, we would have to add 2 options, scroll horizontally true and scroll horizontally key. And then we would also need to add our scroll horizontally file before including full page. Note as well that you would have to store your extensions in your own server because there are no CDNs available for full page extensions. And that's it for today. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask on the comments and I'll do my best to reply you guys.